Late night in the lab, the eyes of Texas are we're not going to talk about Red River. Not going to talk about Penn State's loss or Alabama being the best team in the country. We're going to talk about that Georgia-Auburn punch-out on the goal line. Did the ball break the plan? Yes, it did. That was clear. Could he have lost control right before the punch-out? Sure. Could the film justify that? I don't think so, and that's why, based on the mechanics and what we know of officiating and the evidence review. But that's not the point, because we can list every call in the history of football, high school, middle school, flag football, and all the reviews that got wrong, and that won't accomplish one damn thing, all right? It won't change one W to an L and vice versa. But what we can do is learn the lesson or what can the team do after that play or because of that play to change the course of a season or even a career. And for Georgia, right, if Auburn goes in and scores that, they're down 3 scores. They hadn't yet scored in the game, so they would have been down 17-0, maybe taking a lead into halftime, and never get back in that game. Auburn continues their momentum. They're playing confident. In that second half, Auburn got absolutely shut out. I wrote it down here. They only had 3 first downs, and total yards would have been about, let's see, my math is correct, about 40 yards total. In the first half, they had about 240 yards of offense. So clearly, Auburn beat themselves. And that is the number one thing that I'm trying to say. And I know Auburn's having, War Eagle, you are having the worst 3 games. Competitive, down to the last second, down the wire. Maybe there's 1 or 2 calls. Yes, they're controversial. But, if you're Hugh Freeze or you're the AD at Auburn, you don't need to be going and cussing out the refs every single day and telling your players, oh, you're good enough to win, because that doesn't accomplish anything. What you need to be doing is what Georgia is doing, and coaching and teaching your players and demanding it to make those types of plays and responding to adversity that gives them an opportunity to play better football and come back and win those types of games. So I thought Auburn's AD cussing out the refs at the end of the game was one of the worst things I've ever seen. Yes, there's being professional. Yes, there's being competitive. Yes, it's the SEC. Hell no. You don't freaking do that. This isn't daycare. This isn't kindergarten. You know who's doing a great job of coaching? Bobby Petrino. The Arkansas Razorbacks are the team of the week, battling Tennessee in General Neyland Stadium 34-31. Fired the defensive coordinator, 2 other guys on the D staff, and they were in that game from the get-go. Coaching makes a difference. Just simple effort and execution and doing it day in and day out. You know who's doing a great job coaching? Dan Mullen. UNLV is undefeated, 6-0. Great day to be a Rebel.